pain. I'm hearing because it's not your emotional pain to carry. It's other people's emotional pain that, just like the clutter that they tried to hand off to you, they're attempting to hand off their emotional pain to you. Understand?
Right.
Right? Remember how that came up before?
Yeah.
Okay, so hang on. Because I'm asking why, and I'm just going to ask a few more questions here, and I'll articulate it for you.
Okay.
Because I'm asking about that jealousy and about the aunt that said you were very spoiled. And what I get with that is there was a household that she grew up in where it created a resentment in her because there was like a spare the rod, spoil the child kind of mentality where it's very old school. And I'm asking more things like what's like when I worked with Dana in the past few months, it came up that selfish was a really bad word, and we had to reframe that. And now I'm getting for you that spoiled is your trigger word, right? You say now, I don't know if you happen to watch any of those shows with Dana, but you can understand how there's been some discomfort among, particularly women, being judgmental about what's a correct way to act. But let me tune in a little bit more about that because, selfish, spoiled, all of these things, these are not names that us women should use against each other, right? It keeps reminding me about like the moms that after they have children, some choose to go to work, some don't. And instead of everybody just supporting each individual choices, I remember when I had my children and I was watching, it seemed like there was always something on Barbara Walters or some news show where they were doing this study about, women that work think that women that don't work are lazy, and women that stay at home think that women who work are, gold diggers or whatever. And so it's like all these like women pitting against each other, pointing the fingers and making each other wrong or bad somehow for the choices that they're making. Okay, and that's something that I'm getting about the spoiled thing with you. So let me get a little more information for you on that, okay? Hold on. I'm asking, what does spoiled really mean?
Right. I was thinking the same
I mean,
thing. It's not like I got all kinds of material things or, I don't know.
It's okay. This is what it means. This is what I'm hearing. This is what it is. I just got it. It means that you got something without having earned it or deserved it. And it was kind of like when I worked with you the week with your dad that, he said we can't afford it. The message you got was that he just didn't want to, you didn't deserve it. But this is a message that people have been just handing to you about whether you deserve or whether you've earned something or not.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Let's go figure out how that's played out in your life a little bit. Yeah, we could see where you might feel like you have to earn people's approval. You have to work a little extra harder to...
Yeah, and I'm actually going through that right now with Eric. Like about a week ago, the first I was like on cloud nine, and then about a week ago I started to see things in him that I wasn't crazy about, and like one of the things that is like I always feel uncomfortable when I first start going out with someone, like when we go out to dinner, like I feel like they should pay. I do, especially like the first couple of times. But I always feel really uncomfortable. I feel really uncomfortable when the check comes because I feel like if I offer, it's kind of an insult to them. And so with Eric, he hasn't really taken me out. I've been giving him massages. I've cooked dinner for him. And it's really starting to bother me. And it's like this whole thing of like, well, he must not think I'm worth it.
Right. You got to work so hard to earn a night out to dinner.
Exactly. Right. I feel like, well, if at least if I give him massages,
Oh, Michelle,
me out.
are you seeing this? You're like...
I know, but I don't know. Huh?
Yes, I can. Can you see this? You are attempting to earn a place that's hopefully after this conversation you're going to think you're enough just because you exist and you're a child of God. So we're going to work a little bit more today.
When it comes to this, the whole thing of him spending money on me and taking me out,
Yeah, let me tune in on that for a minute, okay? Hold on.
All right.
Well, there's a part of you, and I think this can be true for a lot of us. We want the other person. We don't want to have to tell the other person what we want. We want them to know what we want.
Right,
in a certain
exactly.
way.
And I hate talking about money. I hate it. It's really embarrassing to me.
Well, that's from that issue that we talked about a few weeks ago where the message was in your family that you couldn't afford it. So I feel like we need to create a new paradigm for you where you are worth it. You don't have to earn someone taking you out to dinner. And I feel like there's, sometimes what happens when we've had these messages within us and we carry them energetically, it's kind of like broadcasting out to the universe whether you want it to or not, and you kind of magnetize different situations. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation right now about communication between you and Eric and how much you are willing to be vulnerable to let him know that one of the things that you really like to do is go out to dinner without feeling like you're telling, like you're giving away, the opportunity for him to surprise you. I remember telling Dean and probably other men that I've been in relationships with that I enjoy getting flowers. I think I've gone ahead and said that. I've said that, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I used to, when I was younger, maybe get terribly disappointed if I didn't get flowers every now and then, and I really do enjoy receiving flowers.
Right.
And I thought,
I do too.
And I let Dean know. I said, we've been together 4 years. It might have been the first year, and maybe he hadn't got me flowers, the first year. And I said, one of the things I really like, and I also say, for my birthday, I like jewelry,
Right,
it's like, but there's a point where you go, do I have to tell this person this? Shouldn't they know this already? Can't they come up with this themselves?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm willing to communicate because I value myself and the communication, and Dean has the same opportunity so that there's not a chronic sense of someone not living up to the expectations of the other person. So I think if you approach this with a conversation that's non-threatening and more of, an alignment of like, let's talk about what, because a lot of, you spend a lot of time together, and I think a lot of the times it's like, it's just Dean and I spend a lot of time together. We end up watching TV together, and I know that he'll be wanting to watch the History Channel, and I'll want to be watching the Food Network. And I said, the day that you go in the other room and start watching that channel, I said, I know we might be in trouble because well, there is a certain amount of togetherness that we share, so we just make it work. But these are things that when you begin a new relationship, there's a lot of things that are not said. Would you agree?
Right. Yep.
And I think they're not said because one person feels at the risk of feeling vulnerable, like they're going to ask for something and then not receive it. And especially since you've been wounded a bit in your earning and worthiness, that would feel even worse to you if you were to say, look, I really enjoy going out to dinner, and then he still didn't do it. Then that would be catastrophic.
Well, and the other thing too is like I feel embarrassed for him, like
because he hasn't thought of it yet.
What's that?
Because he hasn't thought of it yet. Because he's like taking everything from you and not giving back.
And that's what it feels like right now. Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. I can feel it already. That does not make you happy. It wouldn't make anyone happy. No. Okay, so hold on. Let me tune in a little more and see what might be happening with this situation. We can move some energy with it, and
I'm really disappointed because I really thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't live like this indefinitely. You've got to have a conversation. But let me find out let me see what else I can find out for you. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Well, there's one thing that is jumping out. You can stop overgiving. You have power over that, talking about the Power Wealth Center. Now, this is something where I feel you have overcompensated in the past because it felt like you had to earn your place. You understand? So you almost naturally have a tendency to overgive in relationships. Would you agree?
Yeah. However, in my last relationship that was a year, and we broke up in July, he felt the way I'm feeling right now. And now I see, because he did a lot. He did take me out, not as much as my girlfriend thought he should have taken me out more, but he did, like, cook for me, and but I really wasn't, like, in love with him, and I didn't feel like doing things for him. But with Eric, I want to, but, like, he's not doing things for me.
Okay, Friday night rolls around, and so he doesn't say, let's go to the movies, let's go out to dinner. I mean, when you say nothing.
No, he hasn't.
Like.
No. I mean, he
you
has
mean
had
nothing?
His son every other weekend.
Yeah.
And so, we've been dating for 7 weeks, so there's only been like 3 weekends.
So honeymoon's over.
But still, no.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Feels like the honeymoon's
hasn't.
over. Yeah. Feels like where's the wine and dine, and where's the chivalry?
And it's not even like just take me out to dinner like once. Like he took me out once. He took me out to dinner once.
And you met out dancing too, so we know he goes out.
Right. He does go out. Yeah. He does like to stay home too. He does like to be all cozy at his. He's got an awesome house, and he loves to be all, like every once in a while he'll go, isn't this so cozy, with the Christmas tree, and
well, that's nice.
He likes that, and I do too, but I just feel like I wish he would plan something, or just, make me
cook dinner. Yeah. Does he cook?
Just he grills. He barbecues.
That's a meal.
But I mean,
he grills for you. Has he grilled for you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you like him to grill for you?
I would like him to do something, anything.
Okay. You could approach it like this. Until things have to get more, audible, I suppose is the word I'm trying to find. Why don't you start with some hints or suggestions, and we'll practice your authentic communication from your heart, let's assume to begin with that he wants to make you happy. You with me?
Right.
Okay. With that assumption, now this is all an energy thing. I'm going to kind of teach you how to align with him energetically so that you don't make him defensive or make him offended or any of those things. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. I don't know if you have notes or pen or paper, but I'm going to kind of give you a little formula. So first thing, I want you to imagine that he is on your side. Okay?
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Imagine that there's nothing more he would like than to make you happy.
Okay, that's good.
Now you see, and you're feeling that he's receptive.
Right.
And this is an energy thing, like I said. You're not telling him this, you're reading those sentences and you're feeling those things. Eric wants to make me happy, and Eric is on my side. And then when you're feeling like that, you say, hey, I'd really love it if you'd, grill for me sometime. That would be awesome.
Right.
Can you see how that would be energetically more pleasing than you never cook me dinner?
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I would love it, yeah.
So, again, let's imagine the best case scenario first.
Okay.
To be fair, this is new for him too. In a modern world, both working, catching up. It sounds, it always sounds good on paper to go through a whirlwind romance and wine and dine and all those things. I still think that whatever you need or want in a relationship is possible. Let me tune in because I'm getting a little block with you, Michelle. Again, it's coming up with your